Hey guys, Andy here, and I'm here to bring you all things mundane and makeup related. If that's your vibe, I'd love it if you'd subscribe to be part of my little slice of the internet. And in today's video, we are going to do my August update for the year-long Project Pan. So if you don't know about this project and want to hear all about that, as well as hear my update in all of the rollouts, we almost have a whole project refresh. Let's go ahead and get on into it. Alright, so if you don't know anything about this project, this was done in 2023 by Laura Force, but the prompt list was created by Alexy and Rebecca. It's a Google Doc list, and all of that is listed in the description box. And it goes, I started this December 1st of 2023, and I'm thinking until December 31st of 2025. Is what I'm thinking it's going to take to do all the prompts, because there's 150 of them. So, obviously, if I finish them sooner, cool. But it's rolling style. You do collection-specific goals. I'm doing 5-use goals for all of my products. And I feel like I should drop it down to 3 uses, because that's what I'm doing for all of my other projects, but I've been enjoying the 5-use goal for all of these, so we're just going to keep it with 5 uses. 5 uses still isn't crazy. So we're just going to go down the line, and I hit goal on everything but 3 products, so I am pretty damn proud of that. So first we had an impulse purchase, and that for me, I mean, really any purchase I make is an impulse purchase, damn near. There are some things that I scope out and plan out and stock and then buy, but most of my purchases are impulse purchases. But this specifically, because I don't use eyeshadow sticks, even though I'm getting into cream eyeshadow bases and eyeshadow sticks, but I digress. This is About Face, and this is their matte shadow stick in Aliens Are Real. It is so lovely. It's this gorgeous green chartreuse, and it is oh so lovely. It really is a great shadow base. Everything is a 5-use goal. Do I have anything different? No, everything is a 5-use goal. I hit goal on this. I just had to use it once for August, and I hit goal on this literally August 1st. So, first rollout. I'm just going to put everything back in my basket to put away. It'll just be easier, because all I had left in my basket to talk about was stuff for this project. We had something from a lesser-known brand, and that was from... I feel like I have to sneeze, but I don't think so. This is from Sandb Beauty, and this is their... So I did have to sneeze. Had to sneeze again. Jesus. So, Sandb Beauty. This is their loose pigment in the shade Lavender Snow. They are a little indie brand. I think they're in the UK. They're somewhere across the pond, but I really love their loose pigments. I don't love their pressed pigments as much, but their loose pigments are absolutely gorgeous. I have this right here on my outer corner of my look today to get my 5th use, because this has been in since January, because I just haven't been doing a lot of purple looks, but I currently have a lot of purple in projects right now, so I just had to use it one more time for August. For today that I'm filming, August 20th, hit my 5th use. So next, we have a product that doesn't get enough love. So I picked face palettes in general, but specifically, I feel like my drugstore palettes really don't get enough love, because if I'm going to use a face palette, I don't know why I'm sneezing so much. Oh my goodness. If I'm going to use a face palette, it's generally going to be my higher end palettes, but I just don't use them as much. I need to not buy anymore. Though, I will say, I do want to own an Hourglass palette. I really do. But this is what the Beauty Crop palette looks like. It is gorgeous. You get 3 matte shades, and then it is a more shimmery shade, but it's not super, it's glowy, and it's really nice to mix in with any of the other 3. Like, these 2 together are a match made to heaven. I do that every time, but it even is nice to mix with those 2. But I got my 5th use in July, because I don't remember, I mean, I could look. But if I did do a July update, then I got my use on this right after I filmed that, because this was July 26th that I got my 5th and final use. So, it's a really nice palette. The formula is really comparable to the e.l.f. powder 4-pan palette. It's just slightly silkier and much more pigmented. I decluttered my e.l.f. powder palette when I got this, because I was like, it's almost the same tones. You get a glowy shade instead of 4 mattes, and I just think it's slightly better quality. So, I like it. Next, a product you're close to using up but forget about. I need to go take a screenshot from when I rolled this in, because look at how much pan I have now. Because the pan, I swear I think I've doubled the size of this pan. This is from Lottie London. It's the Vampire Diaries Love Sucks pH Color Changing Blush in the shade Witchcraft. My lord. So this was back when I had a 10-use goal. So I hit goal on this. I decided on the 26th of July that I was doing a 5-use goal on everything. So anything that had more than 5 uses, I said, nope, we're done. Everything's hit goal. So I had 8 uses as of July 26th. Oh, there is a kitty hair in here. Blaze mirror, how dare you? But there is so little product left in here, I need to just finish this. I need to roll this into another project or into another prompt, and I need to just finish this. But, like, that pan is huge. I will try to remember, I will try to write a sticky note, to screen grab where this was when I rolled it in February. And so we can see the difference, because that will be satisfying for me. Next, something that you have a multiple of type or color. So I picked my Pretties for Your Face Lustrous Dust in the shade Veruca, which was a pink. And I decluttered that on the 26th of July. So I had 2 uses on it for July. I just didn't like the color. Normally I really like the Lustrous Dust. I had 3 of them. Now I only have 2 because I decluttered. No, I had 4 of them, including Veruca. Now I have 3. I was like, excuse me, wait a minute. Now I have 3 of them. And I really like them, because normally they're really pretty. They're loose shadows. In case you didn't watch my last update. They're loose shadows. But Veruca just didn't have any sparkle. It was like a satin loose shadow. But, like, it also didn't... I don't know. It just didn't... It wasn't it. It wasn't it. I didn't like it. I decluttered it. No thank you. Because, like, the color and tone, very pretty. But it just didn't do it for me. Next, a holiday or limited edition item. So, that will be this guy. This was the Wet n Wild Fantasy Makers highlighter in the shade Haunted Hills, which looks like this. It was from years ago. 3? 2? No, it was at least 2021, I think. But it's got a skull. It was a Halloween collection. I got my 5th use. I got 2 uses in August to get my 5th use. And I got that August 8th. I really love this highlighter. I'm so glad I have it. I want Wet n Wild to come out with more Halloween stuff. Can I take this off without it being... Because I have paint markers now. Because I had a piece of, like, paper tape telling me what the shade name was. So now I can take some, like, alcohol and wipe that down and then rewrite the name of it. set that over there. A product you can use multiple ways. And that is my Tower 28 Beach Please blush thing. Let me wipe it off because this thing gets dirty and the acrylic packaging, and then that bothers me. But this is in the shade Party Hour. It's the purple that is not purple. It is a mauve at best. Which makes me upset because I bought it because I was like, it's going to be purple, and it's not. But you can use these on your lips, on your cheeks. I don't like the consistency of these on my lips. I find that. Like, if something's a lip and cheek, generally I just like them for one or the other, and normally it's the cheeks. But I have found with these, I don't like applying them with a brush. I don't like applying them with a sponge first. You really have to warm it up with your finger. I've found I really like applying it with a finger, and then if I need to blend it out further, then I use a sponge. This is so finicky. But how much product is in here? 4.5 grams. How much product is in this? Tell me, you dirty, dirty boy. Oh, 1.8 grams. No wonder I'm kind of flying through it. Okay. I was like, I can go through this too. And I mean, maybe I will, because I feel like I have to use a lot of this to really build up the pigment. It's more of a balmy formula. But anywho, I had to use it one more time in August to hit my goal of 5 uses, and I did that August 14th. I'm still debating on if I want to just declutter this, but I just feel like nobody's going to want a cream product that you've used. So, 'tis what it is. The first product in this list that I have not hit goal on, and that is a product that deserves more hype, and of course for me that's anything from Delancey. And if you don't know, hi, I love this brand so much. You can get like a fraction of their products on Amazon, but if you go to their website, obviously you can get their full array. We got this from Ice Cream Beauty Box. This is one of their blushers. It's their cheek blusher in the shade 4. And it's just this beautiful coral. I will say, this is a bit hard pressed, but the shade on the cheeks, like once you get in there, is really pretty. I've used this twice in July, once in August, 3 out of 5 uses. Should be a rollout for September, but we shall see. I honestly could have put some on today, but I digress. Something you considered decluttering. Oh my god, funny story. So it's going to be this Laura Geller palette. This is the Think Pink Eye, Lip, and Cheek palette. You can use this on the eyes? Oh, I'm going to have to try that. Oh, I didn't read that. I thought it was just a lip and cheek palette. You get 2 cream shades and then a powder, which I hate that. So you get Tropical Coral, Subtly Pink, and then the Rose Gold. Now, when I chose this for my BoxyCharm choice, I thought this was a bronzer, because I don't know about you guys if you have BoxyCharm or Ipsy, but the photos that they take, I don't know what lighting they use, but everything looks so much darker than it's meant to be. Because, honestly, if I had known this was 2 blushes and a highlight, I don't think I would have chose this. But, after using it 5 times, I really like it. And it kind of pisses me off that I really like it. And I used this all 5 times. I used this pink shade once, but even when I did, I mixed it with this shade. I didn't use the highlighter at all because I have a million highlighters in projects. But the shade of the highlighter is pretty, and I mean, I'm sure I'll use it. But I used it all 5 times in August. I hit my goal August 12th. So literally halfway through the month and I had used it all 5 times. So, but I'm definitely going to have to try those cream shades on the eyes. That will be interesting. Oh no, I left that out. I need to just put that back. That's what I need to do. a body care item. Because lip balms to me are part of body care. And I didn't want to go get like a lotion because we can't track a lotion. And that's really it for body care. Like, what else? I didn't want to track fragrance. So I pulled in, this is my Milani Fruit Fetish Lip Balm in Strawberry Lemonade. This perpetually lives on my desk. I always come and put it on when I come to do my makeup. And I used it 5 times in July. I hit goal on it the 28th of July. It was very boring. Something for current season, and that was for summer. So I picked this Jasmine bronzer. It's the beachside bronzer. I nicked it with my nail, not these nails, but my other set of nails that I had on it. I'm so mad. I hate when that happens. But this is in the shade Light. And I really like the tone of this. I had used it twice in August to hit my 5-use goal on the 5th of August. It's a little rosy. Not quite as rosy as my NYX Buttermelt bronzer, but it's on the rosier side, and I really like this. Because in the pan, I'm like, oh, it's going to be too dark. But it's really not. And it's a very nice bronzer. Do enjoy. Most expensive lip product. So when I originally saw that prompt, I was like, dang it, I'm going to have to pick that Pat McGrath red lipstick again. Because I had that as a prompt in a different project. And at the time, that was my only expensive lip product. So that was what I had to roll in. But I have a bunch of little expensive minis that I got as gifts with purchase from Sephora orders. No, point perks. I got these as point perks. So I swatched all 3. I have a Valentino, a Charlotte Tilbury, and I have this Tom Ford. And I was like, mind you, they're all various shades of red. The Charlotte Tilbury is a bright red. The Tom Ford is like a deep red. And then the Valentino is a deep red. And then this Tom Ford is like a nude berry. So I picked the Tom Ford because it's not actually a red. It's a nude berry. And I love it. I love this so much, and it's like the perfect formula that I love. If you go check out my TikTok, I actually found what I think is a dupe for this, if you don't want to spend Tom Ford money. But I love the formula of this. It's like that slippy satin formula. Like, it's not going to last if you eat or anything, but it's so comfy to wear. And I love it. I am at 3 out of my 5 uses, all in August. This will be a rollout for next month. Won't be a problem to hit my goal on that. An item that gives you nostalgic feelings. So nostalgic. This is the Makeup Revolution and the Simpsons Tree House of Horrors face palette. I obviously grew up with The Simpsons. I think we all did. Except maybe Gen Z, but even then The Simpsons is still on. So this is what it looks like. You get a blush, bronzer, and highlight. I will say, I don't love the blush. It is more hard panned, because like if you can see the waffle pan in the bronzer. You can almost see the waffle pan in the highlight, and the highlight has a pink like shift to it. So, but it is a really nice trio. I do use the blush. I just don't love it. Like, if I'm using other things, like, I'm not going to use the blush. I'm going to just use these 2. But I used it 3 times in August to meet my goal on the 12th. Love it so much. This is probably one of my most used, not my most used, because I could show you my most used face palette. And I need to just finish that face palette. But this is one of my most loved. Did I skip over that? I did. A product too pretty to use up, and that is this Pat McGrath and Bridgerton highlight. And this is in the shade Incandescent Gold. This is the 002. Which, look here, look at that embossing. How stunning. So when I use my brush, I was just going in that very center over the crown. And you can't even tell that I used it, besides the fact that there's dust everywhere. So I used it twice in August to hit my goal on the 5th. Gorgeous. And I love this because it's gold, but this is a white gold. And it is probably one of the lightest gold shades that I have. And it's so sorry. So sorry about that interruption. But yeah, this is so perfect for my skin tone. Though I wear dark gold highlighters, but they were with specific looks, whereas that can go with literally anything. And last but not least, for prompts that we need to still talk about, and that is a pastel shaded item, and I picked out this Ace Beauté liquid blush, and this is in the shade Pastel Persimmon. Not only is the name pastel, the packaging is pastel, and literally the blush itself is pastel. I used it once in August, once in July for 2 out of my 5 uses. I still don't know if I like the blush. Like, I've used it twice. So I like the little doe foot. I found that you have to build it up. 2 layers. Any more than 2 layers, it gets patchy and gross. But that's the shade. Gorgeous shade. We love her. And like the swatch always makes me such a liar. Because this is just not how it performs on the cheeks. I've just found that on the cheeks, because like on my hand, it's giving like this powder finish. And I see no patchiness. I see nothing. But I have just found that no foundation, that it doesn't patch over or skip over. So I don't know. I don't know what to do about that because I like the shade. And every time I swatch it, it's so pretty and it performs so beautifully, but it just, that's not how it performs on the face. So I don't know. But let me get my paper all set up because we're rolling in 12 items. All right, so I have my paper ready. I have Tiny Decisions pulled up. And let's see what our prompts are. All right, let's turn that down. A product that was passed on to you from a friend or family member. All right, next one. What do we get? What do we get? A product that's hyped on YouTube. Well, there's a lot of those. All right, number 3. A favorite product. Okay. Number 4. God damn it. A perfume. Oop. So sorry if that was loud. A perfume. I just hate tracking things like that. I don't think that that's fun for anybody. A product you received as a gift. Okay. A product you've never heard anyone talk about. That's a good one. Okay. A product from a previous project. That's a lot. Okay. Product you aren't sure you like. Okay. Something you're afraid to pan. Does that mean I gotta pan it in this? Or just get some uses on it? 3 more. A product or category you've panned before. I know what I'm picking for that. Sneaky sneak. Oh, Jesus, that's long. A product you forgot was in your collection, or you forget you own. Okay. And last, but certainly not least, give me a good one, give me a good one. Someone else's pick, and Ian's literally about to come home and grab his lunch, so he can just pick. I think I'll have him pick a category and then maybe give him some ideas. I don't know. Or maybe I'll have him pick something from my to-try drawer, because then he can just quickly grab something, because he's literally going to be here for 5 minutes. So I'm going to go pick all of these products out, and I will be back so we can go over them, swatch them, and all of that. It'll be just a second for you guys. Okay, that took absolutely forever. But we're here, and I have all the things. So, let me move them over. So I can reach them better. A product passed on to you by a friend. So this was given to me by DW at Dub's Beauty Diary. Thank you. And this is the ColourPop Find the Book highlighter. It's just a little sample of it. So it looks like this. It is a beautiful green highlight. So everything, unless I state otherwise, is a 5-use goal, because there are some things in here, proper grammar, that are not a 5-use goal. So 5 uses. But beautiful. And I figure I'm working on so many green items that that would come in handy as a nice green highlight. A product hyped on YouTube. e.l.f. Camo Liquid Blush. I have mine in the shade Dusty Rose. So I actually got mine through Influencer. And I really like it, honestly. I think it's hyped for a good reason. So that's the shade Dusty Rose. Blend it out just a little bit. I think it's really pretty. I think it blends nicely. I really do think, it's not overly crazy pigmented. It is pigmented. You only need 1, maybe 2 dots, but you can sheer it out. Especially, if you put it on your hand, work from your hand, you can sheer this out. It lasts. It's a nice satin. There's some sheen to it. I think it's really pretty. So, and I think this will go nicely with some of the things I'm working on. As per usual, a favorite product. Another blush. So these are my favorite blushes. These are the NYX Sweet Cheeks Soft Cheek Tint Blush Mousse. This one isn't specifically my favorite shade, but I figured this would go with a lot of the powder blushes I'm working on. And this is the shade Coralicious. And I figured it's a little different than the Dusty Rose. So this one's more of that matte powder finish. So that's Coralicious. So next we have a perfume. I racked my brain, went back and forth. Do I want to work on one of my full-size perfumes? I really don't want to have to mark that, because I really didn't want a 5-use goal on a perfume. That is not going to get me anywhere on any perfume. Don't see the point in that. I have a sample perfume on my table that I've been wearing. It literally has 2 squirts left in it, because I was going to use that and put a finish goal on it. But there's no point. Then, my purse perfume. This is a perfume oil. This is from Riddle. It's the Voyeur perfume oil. Oh, it's so good. And we are going to mark this because I want to use, so that's where we're starting. So let me mark it where we're starting. And I'm going to mark, maybe I should mark in gold where I want to be. Because I want to use about a quarter of the bottle. So, I will show you. So, I'm thinking, so as you can see, that's where we are. And that is approximately where I want to get to. Now, I will tell you, I have had this for a few months. And I don't wear this every day. I wear this when I remember it's in my purse and I want to smell nice. So, who knows how long it'll take me to get there. But I figure this is a long project. If it takes me a while, then that's totally a-okay with me. So, hopefully those stay on because these are, ooh, they're water-based. I mean, but I'm not coming into water with something in my purse, but so there's that. I want to use a quarter of the bottle. So we have our starting silver line and our gold ending line. Hopefully they stay on there. A product you received as a gift. So this is the Glamlight and Michaela gloss. I placed an order. I don't even remember what all I bought, but I got this gloss and I got something else. Oh, the Michaela lipstick, which I think I already decluttered. I think I decluttered the lipstick that went with this. But I didn't even know I was getting these as like a freebie gift. So it's something I received as a gift. I'm going with it. Because I don't really have anybody in my life that gets me makeup as a gift. But it's got like a green tint. Like as an actual gift. Like not a declutter, like bought me something as a gift. So we're going with it. But yeah, it's like a pinky purple to green. So I don't really have too many lip products and projects. So a product you've never heard anyone talk about. And I've probably never heard anyone talk about it because it's discontinued. But even when Cover FX was big, I feel like this isn't the product they were talking about. This is the Cover FX illuminating spray. And like, I don't know. This just isn't, like, I have a few Cover FX products, and this is just, like, I never even heard them talk about their sprays ever. So, I've been using this as my fixing spray. I figure I might as well roll it into a project. There we go. That's your little spiel on that. A product from a previous project. I'm going to roll in my KVD foundation. This was in my 2010s project pan for dystopian world movies. Because it has, right? Dystopian world movies? What prompt were you in there for? KVD. Yeah, I was right. A product that's out of this world. Packaging-wise. Because I like the filigree. The glass is nice. I have my, so this is the Good Apple, the liquid foundation. And I have mine in the shade Light 12. Which I think is a beautiful shade for me. I have used this many a time. Because, you know, it was in that project. And this is a wonderful shade match for me. I love the seruminess of this foundation. I love it. So, I'll get 5 uses on that, no problem. A product you aren't sure if you like. Now, I love Trestique. This is their Line, Sharpen, and Smudge eye pencil in Santorini Black Sands. It does have the little smudger, which this isn't like a brush, it's literally like a little sponge, like a blender. So that's interesting. But it's a black pencil. And it's the only black eyeliner I have left in my collection. And I don't know if I like black liner anymore. So I want to try to get 5 uses out of this and figure out, do I even like black liner? But there it is. Because my other black liner I decluttered, but that's because it was a crap black liner. So, but I love Trestique. I love their packaging. I love their products. So, and then let's see. Oh yeah. It is a smudgy liner. I don't really find myself doing that. Like when things are like, oh, it's smudgy. But maybe that would help. I will have to try it. Something you're afraid to pan. Not this shade specifically, but these items in general. And this one's just new to me, so I want to use this one. And we'll explain. But shadow sticks. Shadow sticks in general, I'm afraid to pan because there's so much product in here. And like, But this one's new to me. This is from Popcode, random Amazon brand. But you guys. So it's the shade 003 Gray Brown Matte. It's a taupe. It's a gray brown matte, but who am I? Look at that shade. And I said this in another video, but is it because I'm turning 30? I'm excited for neutrals. I want spicy neutrals. I'm excited to try this. Also, because, like, never really heard of Popcode, and, like, if this is nice, it was, like, $8 on Amazon, and they had other colors, so 5 uses to 1, see if I like it. 2, neutral possibilities. A product or category you've panned before. Both of these things. 1, pressed powder. Because even though I'm not a huge pressed powder fan, they're easy to pan, personally, I think. And then, because I just filmed my update for that, which you'll see that before you see this. Look at that pan, and look, you can see the ring. Took 15 uses to do this, by the way, which is wild, because this was brand new. Brand spanking new when I rolled it into the project that it was in, and it took 15 uses to get this. But this is in the shade Light. It's the ColourPop No Filter Sheer Press Powder in the shade Light. I only use this on my under eyes, and I just bring it down to right here on my nose crease. That's it. And I use one of these little triangle puffs. That is it. So it's not like I'm going crazy with it. I want to finish this. Because, again, I'm going to be doing this project for at least another 6 months. If not a year. I'll be able to finish this. And I'm really, really enjoying this powder. So why not give me an excuse to just use it? Because I've swatched everything else. Not that this really has too much of a shade, but it is in the shade Light. And it has a slight, like, it's literally my skin tone. Build it up just a little bit. It's so good. Literally so good. I love it so very much. I'm going to do that one last because I'm so excited at what Ian picked. He was so excited to pick something, by the way. He's like, I get to pick something? And he's like, what do I get to pick? What am I picking? And I was like, it's something for a friend or partner. He's like, well, I'm both. And I had like 7 items laid out from my 2 try drawer. And I was like, pick one of these. I had them all opened. And he's like, well, what am I picking? I was like, well, these are bronzers, these are blushes, these are highlights, these are some liquid shadows. And he's like, well, what are they for? And I was like, they're just for me to use 5 times. It's all stuff I've never used. And he's like, I want you to use that one. It's pretty. It was adorable. But for a product you forgot was in your collection, I forgot about these until I did my declutter because they're tiny. because I didn't keep these with my samples because they're not really samples, they're minis. So these are both from Tarte. We have the Tarte Face Tape Foundation and the Tarte Amazonian Clay Foundation. I got these through Ipsy, and, like, I added these on. Like, I paid for these because I wanted to try them. So I want to finish both of these because, again, I'm going to be doing this project for a year. I can finish these. So the Face Tape Foundation, I have 20S Light Sand. So let's... Ooh, that actually smells really good. I was not prepared for how good that smelled. A lot came out in that swatch. But compared to the KVD up there, it's a little light. This is also oxidized a little bit, which it does. But that seems a little light, but I can work with a little light. I can bronze up my face. And then in the Amazonian Clay, I have 14N Ivory. Ooh, this seems even lighter. Oh, okay. It's not as light as it looked. That one actually just, like, blended away. So now that one looks so light. So I'm going to have to try both these on the skin and see if they work. If they don't work, I will declutter them immediately. But as long as they do work, I want to use them up. So now we'll get into what Ian picked. He chose my One Size Beauty Cheek Clapper in ColourPop, which I've never used. I swatched once when I got it. Oh, what was that? Okay. So you got your cream. I'm so sorry that this is so reflective. Oh, Lord. You have your cream, you have your powder, and then you have your, like, highlight, basically, glitter shade. And this is the more dark pink. They have a more baby pink one. So I will do shade names in a second. Let me just get swatches. This is so intense. And it's not going to be 5 uses for each shade. It's just 5 uses on this in general. So we have the cream, which is Choose Me. Ooh, buddy. And that's a nice, like, powdery, like, cream to powder. We have Pick Me, which is the matte, which literally, same color. And then Love Me is that, like, highlighty glitter. Which I see so much sparkle. There you go. You can see it a little better. And it's not like a pressed glitter where it's super chunky. So, oh, so excited. Very happy to have rolled in a whole bunch of products. Like I said, it was almost a whole project refresh. So I hope you guys enjoyed this month's update for the year-long project pan. If you're doing this as well, let me know. I'd love to watch your video. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, leave those in the comments down below. And otherwise, I will see you in the next one. Bye, guys.